I'm going to demonstrate using Stella Enterprise Desktop to export and manage database runs. And what I'm going to do is start with an existing model that's everything set up, but I have not got on this computer the database connection set up. So when I open this model, the first thing it will ask me is to say it can't connect to the database without a username, password, and nickname. Do you want to set up the connection? If I say yes, it brings up a dialog which is similar, actually the same as the one that we saw when I did the imports. But it's already been filled in from what was in the model, so I just need my nickname. And I'm going to use Bob Desktop, a username, and a password. Test my connection. It's good. And we're good. So this model already has imports and exports set up. The import's the same as the one in the previous video. And the export here are two of them. One is an on-demand export of parameter values going into the database. And these are the default values for the tables and fields. And then there's an on-demand export of results, all the model variables. And so having two of these allows me to export either parameters or results, which I can then bring back in from the database. And using on-demand allows me to control when they're exported. If it was a dynamic export, every time the model was run, the data would be exported, and we'd end up with quite a few runs sitting in the database. So that's how the setup works for this. And this is actually most interesting from the interface. You'll see on the interface there are two data manager controls. The one on the left does not have display data from the external database checked. The one on the right does. They're pretty similar, except that the one on the right is looking only at the database runs and doesn't affect anything current. The one on the left is the one that is standard in Stella and looks at what the runs are currently in the run. Currently there are no runs either in my session or in the database. And I'm going to go present windowed. And then I will make a run, and I'll call that run base. And I will export the parameter values from that run. And when I do that, you can see the table on the right begins to fill in with a base run. And there's a little function here to bring the parameters into this model. Let me change the net real production rate, run it again. Now I have a big row here, so I'll call this big growth. And I'm going to export both parameters and results. And when I do that, you'll see that the database populates, and there's an arrow to load the run results and an arrow to load the parameters. And I could also run this with a negative number. Run it. I'll call this decay. And I will export only the results and not the parameters. And now what I can do is I can restore all devices on the current machine, but it doesn't have any impact on what's in the database. And I could load in any one of those from the database into the current run and see what it is. Now the interesting thing with this is actually publishing it. So I'm going to switch over to a published version of this model sitting in a browser, and you can see how they two relate to one another. So I published this to an internal exchange that has Steam server running on supporting database connectivity. And you can see that I have the same list of runs that I had from the desktop. And I can bring in one of those runs, for example, big growth, the same as we had on the desktop, and we see the results for it. I can also make additional runs. We'll call this modest, for example. And I can push the results across. So when I do that, you can see that the creator here is from published. So that's from published is the name that I set up for the account that I've signed in on here. This also supports anonymous sign-ins, in which case you would just get a string that kind of identified that the unique individual that was used to connect to it. But everything works the same. I've got the models, the runs loaded on the left. I have the runs loaded in the database. I can load them. I can delete them. I can delete runs created by others from the desktop or from myself. I can add runs, and I can load the parameters. When I load the parameters, you can see the net production rate moving. So what we've done here is we've made it fairly easy to move between the desktop, published sims. Obviously, desktops of other people will have the same result. Everyone opening this will get this list on the right will be the same. The list on the left will depend exactly on how they've set things up. But you can now move data and, importantly, parameters between different models and different users very, very easily, and store them in a coherent manner in a database.